What ancient plan are you on?
T-Mobile.
$35. My mom is on our plan, and it's a lot more than that.
We switched to T-Mobile, and we saved just basically same plan.
Yeah.
Like $60 a month.
Yeah, it's good, and I mean the service is great.
Yeah.
The international situation.
Yeah.
And
Needing a second year for this show tonight, I think. So.
yeah.
Wow.
Might as well just
You
have
guys,
it
that
ready.
Wow. Is it? Oh man.
that Australian road situation.
Oh, we're talking about it. We'll be
Oh,
chatting
yeah,
her up.
That's
I
about
have
it.
a counter argument.
Yeah.
I do have a counter argument that I will bring up.
I'm sure. So does.
It's kind of like a moat. You know,
The
like a
drawbridge. Yeah, the drawbridge starting to smell. You can smell the
It is.
soggy wood.
It is getting
Yeah.
a little bit. Well, if it
What you
stays
do
50
is
degrees.
just get some rocks and jack it up so the water runs underneath it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's smart.
There is a drain under there, but once the
clogged.
ground gets saturated.
Yeah.
No, once the ground gets saturated, it doesn't have anywhere to go. It's not going through a long
So,
Yeah, where does
drainage.
it go?
Do you have a rotor hammer?
Probably right
Do you
over into my yard.
We were gonna
Yeah.
drill out the city curb so you can dump your water. And I figured you had a rotor hammer.
Sam has a big one. I have a battery powered one, but his is
We'll chip out, and we'll dig a pit. You just get big, like 1-inch river rock. You create
Here?
a yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Just chip out, and then get some kind of grill. Find a metal
I have
grill
a
somewhere.
rotor hammer, you can
Yeah,
use
we
it.
just bang it out and dig out a hole, and then
When is
set
that gonna happen?
between rides.
Between rides. I can barely get you guys to show up here on a consistent basis. I got to talk to you guys about becoming movie stars, for crying out loud.
Movie stars.
I'm not joking. I'm serious.
No one wants to look at this mug.
Well, the Rim Break Brigade does.
Rim Break Brigade.
It's a dwindling group.
Oh, very much so.
Where the hell? Sam just walks in and then he leaves. Fine.
Is it just me or does he look slower?
Yeah, way slower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't listen to a word he says.
I know.
Yeah.
today.
I rode with so and so and I kicked their ass. You know. Look at this ass. Cottage full of wattage, right here.
Cottage full of wattage.
Oh God, I'm just gonna start. Forget him. See, I didn't use one of my F-bombs. I'm recording. All looks good. Yeah, we're recording. Here we go with a rhyme. Midst of winter, outside is all pitch black. Dear God, hurry up and make spring come back. Sam got some sun. Jackson is still running. I gave up bourbon, so my mood is not stunning. Welcome to episode 511 of the longest standing podcast on the sport of cycling. Boys and girls, this is the one and only Packfiller Cycling Podcast. It was perfect that crack came open in the background. Think of us as a post-ride beer with several friends and one asshole. I am potentially that asshole. My name is Pat Bulger. We are all here tonight, which is truly a good sign that 2026 is going to be just fine. Think of us as the 5 horsemen of the non-apocalypse. Tonight's prologue question is as follows. I had one, but then I changed my mind because I think I might have been repeating myself. So tonight's prologue question, when we get to the introductions, is, and this is going to be a hard one for the youngsters, the first album or CD or whatever full, completed collection that you ever fully paid for with your own money. What is the first album you ever paid for? Now, when Paul and I think album, we think of vinyl, we think of doing all that. You guys probably think of, he went to iTunes and clicked the fucking button. Anyway, there we go. So, first and foremost, he's way ahead of us in terms of his beer palate, Mr. Paul Main.
What?
You're the beer snob
Am I?
of this
I think
group.
I'm just particular, that's all.
That's,
So,
I rest my case. We can just turn off the lights and go home. How are you, man?
pretty good.
Paul, what's the first album you ever bought?
There's a little story behind it, so I'll rush through it.
There's a story?
There's a story behind it. So, back in the day, right? Because we had cassettes, right?
What?
Okay, we had cassettes. So, I knew my brother-in-law, now brother-in-law. He was,
They look
Not
like
bad.
this.
yep. Well, there you go, right there.
How's
So,
that?
I
Are
used
those
to.
all your like laugh tracks and stuff that you used to do for the podcast? Like you'd hit that like on a radio, you know?
No,
you'd
those
hear
are
the,
called
like,
carts, and they're a completely different device. They look completely
I
different.
have that back there.
They're large and square. I don't have any of those. I would use them if I had them. But Paul, sorry, we interrupted.
Oh, that's all right. So anyway, we were walking around downtown. I was 14 years old, and I made a couple of goofy hats. One was in one of my Little League baseball hats, and I cut the bill down, and I took a balsa wood propeller and put it on top.
You're serious?
And then I had a friend of mine.
rascals?
Yeah, I like being goofy. And then there was another one that our neighbors, when we lived in Spokane, had some leftover upholstery from their couch that they recovered and made like an elf hat, but kind of floppy point. It was a cone shape, and so we walked into Kimmel.
There goes that Maine kid.
Yeah,
Fucked up little boy.
Yeah, wears weird shoes.
Quick,
too.
pull the blinds.
Yeah. So we walked into Kimmel Hatch, and because they had Adidas, but Adidas in the
Yes.
US. And this one guy goes, "Where'd you get those hats?" And I said, "Well, I made them." And he said, "I got a crazy party coming up. How much do you want for that hat?" Well, there was a place downtown. It's called Mirage Records and Tapes.
Yes,
The building's knocked
absolutely.
down now, but that was like where you bought all your albums and stuff. And I saw a Herbie Hancock Headhunters album, and it was $4.99. I said $5.50, and he goes $5.50, yeah, because it would cover the tax back then. And
You
so
knew that off the top of
I
your
sold, yeah.
Wow.
I sold because it was really, I think it was like back then it was like 4%.
Yeah.
So it was easy to equate, but so he gave me the money, and I just went
Went and bought Herbie Hancock
Herbie Hancock
with the
Headhunters. No, that's way later. No.
Okay, sorry, that's all the only Herbie Hancock I know.
There's-
And we have
there's
lost
Watermelon Man's on that.
99% of our
There
audience.
is 4 songs on that whole album.
Wow.
That's it, and they're about anywhere from 12 to 20 minutes long. It's great. It is
I don't
one
have
of
the
the best
attention
albums
span
in the
for that.
world.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I do either.
So there you
Wow.
go.
Okay. That was an interesting introduction. Second of
There we
all,
go.
he is way ahead of us in terms of outdoor miles, and I don't know if I like it. Mr. Sam Waples, how are you, man?
I'm good.
We're
Yeah.
going to get to your stories.
Yeah,
about
yeah.
your trip
It's
here.
good to be out.
It wasn't?
Yeah.
I bet. What's the first album or download you ever
So-
purchased?
Does Now That's What I Call Music count as like an album? Because that was my first. But
Yeah,
if
that
it was
counts.
like if it was like an actual one and then it was NSYNC pop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but no, Now That's What I Call Music 3 was the first one that I brought.
Okay.
Not In Sync.
NSYNC.
NSYNC.
Yeah.
Gender check. We need a gender check.
No,
here.
NSYNC was cool.
NSYNC
bye,
was
bye,
cool.
bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to
All
be May.
My.
Yeah.
With a little bit of beatboxing in there,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with the NSYNC thing. Yeah, more than Backstreet Boys.
Yes.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
they made it better. I'm skipping David. He is, but I got you. I promise, David. But next off, he's way ahead of us in terms of style. Notice everybody's ahead of things. Jackson is way ahead of us in terms of style. Although you're looking a little
is your hat?
rednecky today,
What is your hat?
and I don't mean that in a bad way.
Oh, yeah.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
Whoa.
No, it's
Wearing
just
a
the
sweatshirt
trucker
and a
hat and the
hat.
sweatshirt. Yeah.
I'm wearing a sweatshirt and hat. That's American.
It's just like you're sitting in the corner of a bar waiting to pick a fight.
Well, if you want to.
I'll be here.
You're heading that direction, mister.
Yeah, don't look at me again.
Yeah.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
No.
You have a style that I am jealous of.
Not really sure you can take that in a good way, though. You know.
Redneck?
Rednecky.
What? Carhartt's rednecky. Flannels are
That's
rednecky.
a working man.
Yeah. Carhartt's blue collar.
Yeah.
Okay, you look blue collar. Jeez.
No way of digging out of that one.
Barry.
I didn't
Bury
mean
him.
it bad.
Sam, my hat is a Morgan Wallen hat.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Redneck.
No. No. No.
It is, isn't it?
It is a country singer,
Okay, so.
but it's not redneck.
Oh.
No. Well, Now you
No.
cross. Yeah,
No.
I can't help you on this.
Yeah,
one.
you're alone now.
If it looks like a pig, sounds like a pig,
No.
and walks like
To
a
me,
pig.
redneck is the pig sleeps in your bed. And I mean the real pig. That's redneck. There is
Okay.
such a difference
Okay.
between that.
I'm not talking Foxworthy redneck.
Man, I
Yeah.
love that. Like, you have done like a pretty deep lean into country in the last like 5
He
years.
has. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And this is where we're going to tie in the question because
Yes.
this will be interesting because
Back to
knowing that he's back in not back, he's into the country thing now. What was the first album you ever bought?
I think one of the first ones I ever bought. It's hard because I have actually purchased a lot of like physical albums in my life.
Yeah.
I want to say it's Black Keys Turn Blue.
I was thinking it was
No,
either
that's
that or
not redneck.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
No,
It's
it's good stuff.
I have layers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's
So,
the Queens of the Stone Age spin-off band?
Eagles of Death Metal?
I thought that might have been your first.
It was one of the first. I think it was the Turn Blue album though.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought a
Vinyl.
lot of Black Keys.
On vinyl
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah, I have some CDs too. I have Black Keys CDs. I have Harry Styles CDs.
Yeah.
So
He's pretty eclectic. Don't
Yeah.
judge him apparently for his looks.
Wearing redneck hat.
Yeah. Jeez. Guess I won't.
I'm gonna start calling you. You look like a preppy bitch.
No, wannabe hipster.
None of it's good. None of it's good.
No, preppy bitch.
But not in a bad way.
No, not
Yeah,
not in a bad way.
way.
Not in a
mean
bad
that
way.
in the best way possible.
Putting that on a tattoo. It's gonna be the back of my neck. Preppy bitch.
Not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Parentheses.
And not in a bad way.
Oh my god, that
That was
funny.
good. That was
Appreciate
He's
it.
getting a little edgy. The last
He
couple of
is.
shows,
Yeah.
Speaks that way to his father.
Well, you deserve it.
Yeah.
Deserve it. He is way ahead of us in terms of facial hair and productive career paths, Mr. David Waples. And then I put in parenthesis, if he's here, that is. it's right there. How are you, man?
Good.
Good
Yeah.
to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
The only thing I actually saw in your text stream was number one, you agreed to do your segment for this week, and number two, you were laughing at the fact that you once chased down your own brother.
Too soon. Still too soon.
David, what was the first album you ever bought?
Not proud, but it was Aaron Carter.
Say Aaron Carter. I want candy,
I
right?
want candy. Yeah. Sam's best friend's mom took me to get it at Hastings.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sam's best friend's mom. Thank God it wasn't the soundtrack to The Graduate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went over your heads. I get it. Me, I'm way ahead of everyone in terms of ass busting for this silly little soon-to-be massively huge podcast and media group bitches. I've got a lot of announcements to make over the next couple weeks, I hope, and things are going really well. I have to admit, and Paul will be the only one that gets this one too, my first album was Supertramp, Breakfast in America.
It's a long way home.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Never heard that.
Yeah, logical song. So logical.
Magical.
That kind of does sound familiar.
Goodbye, stranger. It's been nice.
Yeah.
Hope you find your
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
parents would know.
sweet devotion. Time for me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna sing
that
along.
does sound
Just in the
familiar.
mood. Yeah, I think YouTube just canceled us because that was such a close impersonation of
Yeah,
Supertramp that they
yeah.
went, shit, they're playing illegal music over there. Gentlemen, that was a long introduction, but it is that time of week for me to ask, how's everybody's cycling lives? I will get to you in a minute, so shut your face. How's everybody's cycling lives? Jackson, how's your training going?
Great.
You're running a lot, and I'm worried.
I was talking to Maria about it the other day, and I was like, I really wonder what this running's gonna do.
She flipped you off as you walked out the door because she can't run?
No, because she gets a steroid shot on Friday,
Mm.
so she'll be able to run.
Really?
Yeah,
And grow some chest hair.
Yeah.
That'd be
we're
nice.
hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're hoping.
Open jars all by herself.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
nice.
The whole deal.
Hairy knuckles.
Yes. But I really think it will be a large help when it comes to race season
Yeah.
in terms of just like that, base fitness. I'm really excited
Really?
for that.
You think
Yeah.
just cardio kind of base, things like that? Or is it
Cross training. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mental maybe more than physical? I don't know. I mean, I
think it's-
genuinely don't know. Is
I
there
think it's going to have a good physical
Okay.
contribution to it. But I've also been doing all of my trainer road activities at the same time. So I think stacking them is going to be helpful. Garmin gives you a little VO2 max
Okay.
for cycling, and it's the highest I've ever seen it. So
I want to do an actual test on that. I want to go to
Oh my
Eastern
God.
and do that because they're like, you can pay like $75 and they'll do a full metabolic cart
Really?
on you.
And you know, I've actually seen comparisons between that and a Garmin, and it's like 2 points off. They're
Wow.
very close. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's cool.
You can do body comp in town too for like cash, $200 or something. They'll do
Mm-hmm.
3 body comp scans.
I'll just soak you in my hot tub and just go, you're a couple pounds, you're off. Know,
You're
but
floating about.
You're floating.
Yeah, you're 2 inches too high there.
You're
Yeah.
about
A little flubbery.
I can't seem
12%.
to get under the water.
Paul and David, how are your cycling lives?
For me, just doing trainer and the rollers. I canceled my systems.
You did.
Well, because it goes until first week of February.
Oh,
and
okay.
after that, we should be hitting the road, and I'll be down in the desert the last half of it.
Oh, that's
So-
true. That's true.
So
Wow.
yeah. So
That's a
yeah.
pretty positive mindset if you
Well,
think
I-
in February.
I
we're
can't.
gonna be
I
on the
was
road.
like beating my head against the window the other day, just like I can't handle this anymore. Indoor training sucks.
You could have ridden outside today.
It was 50.
And I wish I would have, and
Yeah.
I planned on it, but I had to go get my dog's medication, which was supposed to be
Yeah.
ready, and then it wasn't ready. And can you come back for 2 hours?
Oh.
And he was out of the it's his cardiac
Yeah.
meds. So I waited for 2 hours, and then nothing, and then so I just
Wow.
hopped on the trainer. And
Oh.
Son of a gun.
Well, you're a better man than our Department of Homeland Security chief because she'd have just dug a hole and make the dog stand in it. Oh, is that over the top?
maybe.
Where is the line?
I can't tell. I can't tell. David, you been training or you been working? Or both?
Both. But trainer road's been going really well.
Good.
I think I did.
Are you on a program yet? Because you were talking about starting one.
I started one 2 weeks ago, and then I went back and I looked at my threshold intervals. What do you call those? Sweet spots.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, God damn, these are hard.
Yeah.
And I looked back, they're 20 watts higher than last year. So like by all accounts, apparently I'm doing better than last year.
Wow.
And I'm, we've talked about this before. Sign yourself up for less, and then when you add a workout, you feel really good about yourself. So if you just pick 3 and then you do 1 or 2 extra, you feel really good about yourself.
There you go.
You're like,
Yeah.
I did extra.
Yep. That's what I do.
I only got 3 days in this week. My trainer road program is still terrified of me of making any advancements whatsoever.
It keeps down.
It kind of does, but it didn't this weekend because I took my watch off when I went to bed. I'm like, fuck you, I'm not going to give you that data, so you can't pull it back on me. So I this weekend I got a couple good rides in, and then Monday I always do strength training, so I did that. My first legit. It was the base, and now it's shifting into the specialty phase of it. And my first one is tomorrow, and I looked at it, and it's like 12 intervals, all really short but really high intensity. And I got to do that at 5 a.m. I am not looking forward to my life tomorrow morning.
Does it take into account? Does the trainer road take into account whatever you're doing at night?
Yeah.
It's using that.
You
data?
synced that with your.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, it is not.
Well, I was just having this discussion with somebody the other day that the fitness devices rely on normal heart rates and conduction.
Yeah.
And so again, like it's probably they don't know what to do with you. Like if you have a
This dude
conduction,
Not
sleeps
AFib.
like shit.
I'm
Well,
in
but-
sinus rhythm.
yeah, but there's still some like abnormality, like because it's no longer normal. You had an ablation, right?
2.
2 ablations.
Yeah.
Things are different. So like it doesn't know what to do with that. It's based off of like having a perfectly normal conduction system. I had somebody recently showing me, they're like, why does it say that I'm pushing too hard? And I was like, well, I don't know. Like we looked at all their other stuff, and they have AFib.
Yeah.
Their heart rate, even though they're in sinus rhythm most of the time, it's still not perfectly normal. And those devices take, as I've talked about in the past, they take your heart rate and they extrapolate all this data. So if your one input is even slightly off, it's going to completely misguide you.
I'm disconnecting that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Come on. What?
I was seen by you in the office the other day. I was like, I got to tell Pat this because he
thought about
keeps saying,
me?
yeah, well, sometimes. Yeah.
Really?
But
When
anyways,
you're sleeping?
yeah. You come right around 2 a.m.
Oh, by the way, the drapes in your bedroom are attractive.
Nice.
Sam. Oh, you got to go to the warm weather. Sam, where did you go this last week? Let everyone know
I mean, yeah, it was
how
good.
they should have come to your house and broken in.
Yeah, it was good. It was better than here, but it was actually not great weather. Like in Tucson, Arizona, it's south of Tucson, but that area. It was like the first day that we got there, pouring rain. The next day, on and off rain, and like a high of like 50, 55.
Oh.
You know, and so it was like normally it's in the 70s there. So it was just kind of like it was a cold, and then today it's 77. Like,
Oh, no.
we left yesterday when it was like 63 or something, which was starting to get better. But
Yeah.
anyway, so weather was fine. But got in 3 rides as well.
3 rides. What kind
Yeah.
of distances?
I did I think it was like a 40, a 70, and a almost 60.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, you haven't been doing any substantial distances for a while. What's it like to hop on and crank out 70 miles?
Honestly, that's what I was most nervous about because it was the Shootout, which is a historic group ride in Tucson every Saturday, year round. But in January, you'll find a lot of the pros, and a lot of the pros were out. It's like 120 people probably right there.
It was that
It's
big.
insane. It's huge. It was crazy. It was so cool to be in like a field that big again. But yeah, so I was definitely nervous about it. I'm like, oh, man, my longest ride's like an hour right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is going to go. And I was pleased to like just being like this last year. I learned so much about nutrition and pacing better that like, I felt strong all the way up at the end, which was cool.
Wow.
Like to be able to do a pretty solid ride and effort. And, you know, not finish being cracked wide open.
Yeah.
So,
Holy shit.
yeah, it was cool. It was really cool.
120 riders.
And
is
can you imagine like a group riding like that? And they were like,
No.
well, in the
It's a Fondo.
summer but in the summer it's still big, but it's not that big. But they're like,
Yeah.
it's anywhere in January you're gonna find well up over 100 riders, and then I think in the summer it's like in the 60s. So it's like,
Wow.
no matter what, it's still a very big ride, which is so cool.
And all varying ability levels.
Yep.
Are
Yep.
you seeing?
I was very much middle of the pack. There was
Okay.
like Keegan Swenson was there and
Yeah.
Sophia Gomez.
Yeah.
Right. And
Be a fun.
yep. And so, I mean, just tons of pros. Lots of pro teams were there with their cars. USA Cycling was all there. So it was cool to see.
Glad we know where the money's going.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. To this freaking van that was pulling them along.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyway, but it was really cool to go see everybody.
That's got to be just that mental. I don't want to say break, but that mental switch of being. For those of us cyclists in cold climates, to be able to have those short windows to go someplace like that and get some miles in. Paul, I know you're obviously chomping at the bit to be able to get out and
just
do
to
that.
see sun.
Yeah.
And the weather's way better than Tucson right now.
Yeah.
They had a couple of 60-degree
Oh man.
high, but
Yeah,
they're in the 70s and 80s.
but that's normal for Tucson. It's
Yeah.
just for the 5 days that we were
Yeah,
there were
yeah.
the 5 coldest days that it's been in years, and it was like, oh, whatever. We made the most of it. Like that Saturday ride was 39 degrees when I started.
Oh whoa.
Freaking cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why was USAC there? Like, what are they just?
I don't know. There was just a whole bunch of the USA track team was all there, and I don't know. We saw a bunch of them actually, like at the coffee shop.
Who feels like they're on target for where they want to be?
I do.
Jackson does.
Mm-hmm.
David
After that, yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm better than I thought I was after
Really?
doing the basement renovation. You know?
Paul, you feel like you're there? No.
No.
Now, now I know you're usual self-deprecating, but why is that? Is it because of time in the saddle, or is it because of
there's no way to
time on the
gauge
earth?
it. And then also weight-wise, I'm, 7 pounds over where I was, like in the middle of the summer when I didn't even hit my peak there. So, weight's going to be a problem going up hills. Like I need any more problems there.
God, that's such bullshit.
It's
Yeah.
tough. So, no, I think I'm excited because I think that my trip to the desert is going to be a launch quite a bit, and I'll come back in March, and then there'll be some decent rides.
It'll be fun to be able to ride every day. I was thinking about that when I was
For
there
10
because I
days,
didn't get a
I'm just
chance to
gonna-
do that.
yeah.
And because there's, visiting grandparents, so there's other responsibilities. But I was thinking about you because you're probably going to, log 60, 70 to 100 miles? Not that long,
I
but-
mean, there's, I'm not going to go all out, but there's a couple of, easy days probably. I'm just going to follow Stu because he knows where he's going and stuff. And they do, Mondays are a pretty mellow cafe ride. But it's 30 miles, that type of thing. So
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's that, just that chunk, that camp chunk. It's like that block of miles that you walk away from going, man, I'm glad I got that 7 days.
And
of
a mental, boost. Like my wife and I were talking about that. We're like, I get it. It's fun. Like Arizona it's cool. But just cool to get that boost. Like you're a week?
10 days.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Anybody have any new events they're eyeballing on the calendar? I'm going to ask this for a while. Sam, you.
Well,
what?
actually, I don't know. I got pretty
the
stoked there, but yes. I'm going to do what I did last year. I wanted to try to do Baker City and then the Bend Crit this year would be really fun. But I guess it doesn't really count for me with my wife.
No, I was hoping you'd.
Yeah, my
plug
wife's
this.
doing the Banditos is what it
Dusty Bandito.
Dusty Banditos with Danielle.
Yep.
And so I have some stats on that. It is a gravel race, all women's in Montana.
And it's called the Banditos.
Banditas.
Okay.
Dusty,
I thought you said
the Dusty Bandito.
Well, Dusty Bandito would.
I think it's
be-
Banditas.
Okay, that would make more sense. Yeah.
For
Is-
the
is-
Spanish.
Isn't there a male-female?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why it'd be
Yeah.
Banditas.
Yeah.
But
Las
anyway,
Banditas, Los Banditos.
so
2 years
that's
of
going
Spanish, bitch.
Yeah. That's happening June 6th, and I was actually the one that was really pushing for this. I was lighting up the group chat of the 4 of us. I was like, "You guys got to do this. I'll run support for you," because it's from what I'm aware of, at least one of the only all women's races in the country. Either they welcome all the guys to come for volunteering and all that, but this is an only women's race. And so it's just a very cool event that has, I think, 400 slots for the combined 85-mile route and 45-mile route. And the 45-mile route sold out within 45 minutes
That's really
of
cool.
opening. 200
That's really
spots
cool.
were gone in 45 minutes.
What
That's
town
crazy.
in Montana? Where in Montana?
Really good question. South of Missoula. It's a very small town.
Okay.
It's outside of Sealy Lake.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it's just cool because Danielle thought I was going to go do High 90 Grindy that weekend. But I'd never seen her excited about a race.
Yeah, they're stoked about it. And what a cool opportunity to flip it and be like, no, I'm going to go support you with this, because they're always like, yeah, what races do you want to go to?
Yeah.
We can go to those. And I'm like, I want to go to this one.
Wow.
It'd be really fun to just go see that culture. Apparently last year, Matteo Jorgensen was there, and a couple of the other pro gravel series guys were there. So
Dusty Bandita, Montana's premier women gravel bike race in Ovando, Montana.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know where that is. So,
So
yeah.
it is an A. I took no Spanish.
David took French.
And some Latin.
Oh, oui.
Jackson, do you have anything that you want to add or to the calendar, or you
Nope.
you still
Nope. Local hero.
Yeah, I might do some running events, but that's about it.
Don't.
Whoa.
You're going to trigger me. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like 10Ks, 5Ks.
But just
Yeah.
to support your wife, not because you want to do it.
Well, I kind of want
Not
to.
because you want to do it.
I don't want to do a half marathon.
Yeah,
or a
because you don't want to
marathon.
do running races.
I don't want to. I'm not going to race them.
Yeah, you don't want to do running events, but you're supportive.
I kind of do a little.
Guys,
yeah, it's hard to.
24th just turned into an intervention.
It might need to be.
It's no longer
Yeah.
a team meeting.
Just let
it's
him
an
run.
intervention.
And then we'll see.
Really?
Yeah, things change.
Once his nipples
Yeah.
chafe,
I think.
Yeah.
I think.
Bloody nipples will send
bloody
him back
nipples
home.
will set you back.
I think I'm playing this pretty. I think I'm playing this pretty well though, because I'm doing it as a
Yeah.
support for bike racing. I'm not going to make running my primary objective.
You start swimming.
I'll tell you what.
If it does,
Just-
there's the door, buddy.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Just
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there. Get
Just
out.
There's
wait.
a pool out there you can swim in.
Just wait until the season starts, because I know another person that we all have to drink if I say their name that also runs quite a bit.
Yes.
How well does he do?
He is a mutant.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
there's
is.
yeah.
Exactly, though.
Oh, he's thinking he'd be running's going to make him a mutant.
No, I'm just saying I think it's going to support.
Or he is already a mutant.
Yeah.
He might be.
Could
Okay.
be.
Okay. I haven't added anything yet, and I'm still trying to consider whether or not I'm going to touch base on some of those, like the Ifreda Fondo this year. It might be a skip year for that one. I don't know.
I'll be there.
Will you?
I'll be there.
Will you?
And we're talking about doing that one in March.
Heaven of the South.
Haven of the South.
Heaven of the South.
Heaven.
I think it's
Jesus,
an A.
what is
No,
it?
it's an EA. I know you're wrong.
Whatever.
It's the O and the A, so it's the Hoven of the South.
The Hoven.
Yeah, the Hoven.
I found a gravel race in New Zealand that we're gonna do.
David's hitting that
New
30.
Zealand?
Wait, is it
While we're
33
there.
this year?
Yeah, hitting 33 this
Yeah.
year.
I know a guy who has access to a pretty cool bike race in Breckenridge. If you're,
I might need to take you up on that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
might.
How many events is that?
3. I signed up for 3.
It's not bad.
I keep thinking because I'm going to that BWR too in San Diego, and I might just have to do the double day. You know,
There you go.
you guys
Didn't I say that I'd pay for the other one if you did it?
No, you guys threw it out to the listeners that if anybody wanted to pay, then I would have to do it.
I believe Sam is a listener. He's listening to you right now.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Just to see you suffer.
Yeah, but it would be a race start. I just need 33 starts. So
There we go. Gentlemen, let's get to the news for this week. Oh, we got some headlines. Actually, because it is the time of year when the headlines are kind of few and far between, I'm just dipping my toe into a whole bunch of little different headlines and to give you guys a little bit of chance to answer these things. Summary of our top cycling news for the week of January 13th, 2026. Cyclocross Nationals, the next gen takeover has happened, and I'm not just talking about the United States. Big all across, a global experience. And the headline, the younger generation firmly planting their flags into the cyclocross world. Belgium, Thibaut Nice is your new Belgian champion. Took the tricolor jersey, confirming his ascent to the very top tier. Marion Norbert Ribeirol won the women's title. In the Netherlands, Tibor Del Grasso upset the veterans to take the Dutch title.
Keep an eye on that kid.
Yeah.
He's very good.
Holding off Lars van der Aar with Mathieu van der Poel skipping nationals, standard procedure for him lately. And there we go. Ceylin del Carmen Alvarado took the women's title. That is an interesting Dutch name. That is kind of all over the place, it's, as far as it goes. But there we go. Here in the U.S., Eric Brunner continues his reign as the champion. Lizzie Gonzalez took the women's Stars and Stripes. And in the U.K., Cameron Mason took the win, I guess, as expected. It came across there. So my main thing there is with Wout and Matthew often looking at the bigger picture, with the classics and the Grand Tours, are we finally seeing a complete change of the guard? Is this going to happen, or do we think it's going to be still a little bit longer in terms of where we're going with cyclocross? Anybody got an opinion on that one?
I really feel like Wout and Matthew are just going to continue to look at what they have later down the line. They have the classic season that they're going to really care about more than they are going to, their own cross season. It's really, to put it into perspective, this is their running.
Yeah.
It's their cross training, I feel like.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Matthews won every race he entered this year, right?
Yeah.
And last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
By
He's
like
15 straight
a
wins.
lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that. Yeah.
Well, Wout was there until he crashed and broke
Right.
his
God, that
ankle.
sucks.
And with that-
And he's already back on the bike.
He is.
outside.
And with that in mind, if you are the owner or a race director of a multi-million-dollar team and your major emphasis is these little bike races called the Spring Classics, called the Grand Tours, and so on and so forth, and you've got a guy who's training in the off-season and breaks his foot, how apt are you going to be to walk up to Wout van Aert and say, you're done? We can't afford you breaking your foot in cyclocross. Now, it is a critical, probably part of his training. It's probably an integral element in terms of coming into the classic season, firing on all cylinders, although that's not going to work now. But how how many teams do you think are going to allow this type of thing to happen where we have this crossover anymore, where you've got this likelihood of riders injuring themselves, dropping out, not being there for your huge fucking money events?
I think if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be Wout. I've just felt that in the air when it comes to him. It feels like he's kind of...
You think he's going to keep doing it?
I think he's got one foot out the door when it comes to cyclocross.
Yeah.
It just feels that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is Tom Pidcock still doing it?
No, not
Has
this
it?
year.
At all.
That's what I thought.
We didn't go over Q36.5's kit, by the way.
We didn't.
And that is the best one,
Is it?
I think.
Okay, well, while you guys are talking, I'll try and bring it up.
Okay.
Now that we got a TV cam.
The bike, too. Got to have the bike.
No, it's Pinarello. It's just we
It's
don't
a
have that big
really
of a
good
dentist.
looking
None of us
bike,
are
though.
dentists here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can't afford it.
Yeah.
Pinarello is the sponsor of them now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That
I thought it
Theo-
was Scott, right?
Anyway,
It
back
was.
to our topic. But I think Matthew is actually going to hang up his. I think he's
he
already said that
yeah,
he's going to
gonna
hang up
do
his
Worlds
cross
and
wheel.
that's that.
Yeah, and that'll
And
be
then
it
he'll
too.
set the record. He tied. I believe he's tied with Eric DeFlamic.
Oh,
World
in terms
Championships.
of worlds.
Yeah.
Oh, there we
And then
go.
he'll be the all-out. Because
Okay.
Eric DeFlamic's not coming back. He's dead, first
No.
of all.
Yeah, it's not
And
gonna
even
help.
if he was alive, he's too old.
Well, there are some pet cemeteries over in
Yeah.
Europe. You know, you can
Yeah.
just dig them up there, and you know. You guys,
What?
you guys aren't Stephen King fans?
No.
You haven't read or seen Pet Cemetery?
No.
Come on, David.
I've
Thank
seen
you.
that one. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. The old one or the newer one?
The old one.
Okay, the old one with the
Used
little
to-
boy.
Yeah, I used to. I used
Creepy
to-
little kid.
Ugh.
Creepy little kid. Yeah, by the way, who lives on a highway? But anyway, second story: the World Tour season begins this week with the Tour Down Under. It kicks off in Adelaide this week. The women's race starts Friday, and the men's race starts Tuesday, January 20th. Big things there. And this is where I tie it in to an actual race footage that David knows. Ben O'Connor's homecoming. He makes the debut with Team Jaco Ilula, racing on home soil. Big, huge thing there. Huge narrative in terms of the importance for that team and what they do there. I did mention in the Packfiller perspective, it's kind of like slow, fast, because everybody's just like, God, I'm not ready for the season yet. Oh, let's sprint now. But I don't know. I like watching it. And speaking of watching it, who besides David caught the Aussie Road Nationals this weekend? Or at least the last couple K of the Aussie Road Nationals this weekend.
Because he sent the link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the one that brought it up.
Yeah. So the Waples guys,
I
you
didn't watch it live, but I watched
but the final
last,
K or something like that, or 5K. Jackson, did you get a
11K.
chance to check it?
I was in the
You
playoffs.
Insane.
Yeah, oh, it's football
I
season
was
for
watching the
Jackson.
playoffs this last week.
We had some very interesting tactical decisions being made in the final Ks of that race.
Not interesting.
Yeah, Luke
Wild.
Durbridge had a sizable solo lead. Luke Durbridge was very much, well, first of all, this was stacked with Jaco Ilula riders.
Always is.
It always is, and it's almost a given that race is going to be decided in that way. You've got Luke Durbridge, who is he was fading fast. He was fading fast in the final couple kilometers. And then you've got this situation where you've got Patrick Eddy, who used to be with Jaco, but was released from the team, and you've got Luke Plapp. To paraphrase there without judging, summarize without judging, Luke Plapp attacked or accelerated, caught Durbridge, continued to accelerate, hit it hard all the way, led basically into the finish line. Patrick Eddy was the only one who hung with him. Patrick Eddy went around and won the sprint for the national championships. A lot of ball busting out there on the internet about Plapp's decision to not only accelerate and close that gap, but to lead Patrick Eddy all the way basically into an armchair's ride into the finish stretch. I would like to know how you guys interpreted it, and I will throw some devil's advocate situations out there that I've been thinking about.
I don't think there was a better choice in that final 500 meters or kilometer that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because the mistake was like 5 kilometers before that.
11 kilometers.
Yeah. Whenever
He
he
started chasing down.
Plapp.
Yeah.
Platt did,
Whenever
yeah.
he went with Eddie and started pulling and working, that's why they were in that position. And then they're sitting there going into the last couple, meters or whatever, and the bunch is still right behind them.
Yeah.
There was no choice. That was at that point that was his best bet. So
No, but he still did have an option because he could have just not pulled and closed the gap like that last pull. He pulled all of the way. He pulled past him, kept pulling, came around the corner, kept pulling. It's like he thought that he could drop a World Tour rider.
yeah,
Like,
And he's not a World Tour rider.
yeah,
Not anymore.
True, but he's a better sprinter.
Yeah.
So his move, inevitably, he had one move left, and there's that little climb before you get to the sprint.
Exactly. Yeah.
So his hubris, in my opinion, was like, well, that's when he chased down Durbridge.
Durbridge. Yeah.
Durbridge. Because last year, Platt gave it to Durbridge.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
And so I don't know if they had a plan like, hey, it's my turn, that type of thing. Who knows? That part you don't know. But he made a total
clown
shit
of
pile
himself.
of the whole thing because it'd be one thing. Eddie's going to beat both of them in a sprint.
Yeah, but tire him out.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
It just let him. There's no reason for him to take a pull.
It's like that's your only fighting chance is that he has to work to close that gap.
But then O'Connor and Eddie's teammate bridged up to him at one point. And then Platt attacked again.
Yes.
He attacked. And then that towed in Eddie and
ditched Ben
O'Connor.
O'Connor.
Yeah.
When I was watching it, my only anywhere close to alternate argument would be the fact that Durbridge was dying. He was going to get caught. It was going to happen.
Well, let the other team chase.
Yeah. And so Platt got excited, I think, and maybe tried to take the race in his hands, and thinking he could ride a guy like Eddie off his wheel. The hill was not substantial enough.
how much did he catch him? How much did they catch him by in the end? Like.
It was
Durbridge. Durbridge was quite a bit back once it was all done. I mean, they got him and he was gassed, and so
he was just outside a kilometer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, yeah.
I think he could have made it,
But I mean, it's he probably did get excited because the gap is closing. It was just like when David soloed off. I mean, very
Here we
different
go.
story.
Here it is.
But when David soloed off the front of the local series, and there was two guys plus me chasing. And then the guy that was with David had dropped back to us, and then they all started rotating through. I could have gone to the front and closed the gap.
But you're not a dick.
Well, no, it makes no sense because
Dick
I would
Waples
have
is at
then
the other end of the bar.
beat by the sprinter that is faster than me. So it's just one of those things where it's like make him work so that I then have to, like all I have to do is hit the gas one time.
Yeah.
Like Luke could have still won that. I don't care if that guy is that good of a sprinter. If you tire him out going up a hill.
And he almost cracked him going up the hill.
Yeah, I know.
There was a gap. There was a gap.
But he got a free ride all the way up to that point.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I agree with Sam.
Yep.
Okay. Who's going to watch Tour Down Under? Is anybody going to watch it?
What's it
I'll
on?
watch it.
I don't know what it's on. I know it's on one of the streaming
It's on
services I pay
HBO.
for because I pay too much for fucking streaming services.
If it's
I know.
on HBO or Peacock.
I will check. It's on.
I'm guessing
it
it's
is on
HBO.
HBO.
I think
I
it
mean,
is on HBO.
Peacock.
All right, well then
Is
I'll
it
watch
really?
it.
Mm-hmm. It's
Oh.
on Peacock.
Shit. You gonna watch it, Jay? Or are you too far into shoulder pads and?
This Saturday is a big
Grunts.
day.
It is a
big
big. It
day.
is a big
Big
day.
Big day.
Hence his shirt.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's go Hawks.
Well, that I found that very interesting that you and your wife invited myself, your mother, and my mother over for dinner that night. That's like,
It was.
hey, it's Perry Bay morning. Let's have
It was kind
tea.
of my idea. I figured we could all kind of
Okay,
sit around and
hold down and
watch it together. I thought
Okay.
it'd be kind of fun, but big day.
yeah, okay. Now that has very little to do with the Tour Down Under because it doesn't start until what day?
It starts
20th.
Friday.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Women's do.
I'm not gonna watch
You're not gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I end up watching it usually kind of at night when I'm getting kind of winding down, getting ready to go to bed. I just turn it on, and I will admit I fast forward all the way through until about 50K to go, and then I'll watch it. So it's so great to see warm weather bike racing again, and I'm excited. I'm ready to watch bike races again.
See, my cycling season watching wise starts in the spring. That's when I'm in.
It does.
Back again. Yeah.
All right. All right.
So I've got a while.
This just in. It is not on HBO Max. It is on Flow Bikes, and I'm pretty sure it's on Peacock. So
okay. Well, I do have Flow Bikes because of NordVPN. Thank you, NordVPN.
Well, yeah, because the Peacock would have blocked it.
Yeah. Our next story in the news has to do with a little industry sadness. First and foremost, Jim Blackburn passed away. If you guys don't know who he is,
do you know who that is, David?
Blackburn Components.
Yeah,
yes,
good man.
There you go. Legend in innovation, racks, pumps, accessories. Respectful nod to Jim would be appropriate. Nearly every cyclist has probably owned a Blackburn product at some point in time in their lives. I think I had some pants, some Blackburn pants, and all that kind of stuff. Jackson might not.
No.
Jeez, you're just one of those guys.
I'm just 26. You know.
And I do have to mention this on a very personal note. I know this story's been around for a while, but the mustache has hung up his wrench. Calvin Jones, director of education at Park Tool and arguably the most famous mechanic on earth, has announced his retirement after 28 years at Park Tool. 3 decades, who has taught the internet how to fix a derailleur, is stepping down. He'll be involved in some youth cycling projects in Minnesota. He and I talked on the phone about this one. He wants to do cycling-based education and even some mechanical-based education in schools, which is a really cool program. And probably an occasional cameo there, but but his career at Park Tool is over. He isn't just a mechanic. I read a post that said he is the Bob Ross of bicycle maintenance, and I loved that. Big Blue Book of Bicycle Repair. If you haven't read it, you should. Starred in hundreds of YouTube videos. He single-handedly saved millions of cyclists from throwing their bikes across the garage in frustration. You guys all had experience with Calvin in some way, shape, or form, probably through a video, right? Mm-hmm. I do want to say that, and I don't, if you guys want to chime in at any point in time, Calvin was my coach for several years here in Spokane when I was a junior. I have a bunch of hilarious stories about Calvin that I would love to share, but probably off mic. Nothing incriminating, but, just some funny stories. Roger, drink. When Roger was in his leanest as a junior, could do the best Calvin Jones impersonation in the world because he'd pull his neck back, stick his chest out, and go, "What you eating, guys?" and stuff like that. And so Calvin was great. Calvin would get up at 4 a.m. to get our bikes ready for bike races, tinker everything and have it ready to go. I know that the one and only Jack Broadhead can remember very well. We had a stage race here in a town called Sandpoint, Idaho, and going into the final stage, I was first overall, and Jack was like 5th overall. Jack's going to correct me when he listens to this, but we're in the final crit, and Calvin is honestly on a bullhorn, yelling at us, going, "Jack first, Pat second. Jack first, Pat second." And he kept doing it every lap. And Jack and I are going, "Shut up, man. You're giving away our tactics." It's like it wasn't obvious, that we were trying to race for Jack to get first to move up. I think he got 2nd overall in that race. Absolute legend, but a really fun guy to have been around. And I talked to him this week. Well, every magazine's talking to him this week and stuff like that. But I just kind of texted him and said, "You can't go. All the plants are going to die," which is a quote from Stripes. But just an awesome guy. So, and I don't want to steal from Paul's thunder. And Paul, let me know if I am stealing from your thunder. Calvin hung up his wrench, and we're all getting older. Does a bike racer ever retire? We saw with Simon Yates this week, his retirement. Was that a retirement, by the way, or was that a contract dispute in which he just went fuck it and walked away? Is the first question. But how do you imagine ever walking away from the sport? Do you ever walk away from the sport? And I'm talking to the guys here at the bar. We know of cyclists who finish their careers, pro cyclists who finish their careers, hang up their bikes and never touch it again. I mean, I'm thinking of Greg LeMond has some back issues, so he couldn't ride anymore and things like that. But Claudio Chiappucci is a Facebook friend of mine, and he is still riding like crazy. And
he
those
went
kind
through
of
a
guys.
period where he wasn't riding. He got
He's a
pretty
little
chunky.
round. He's a little round. Yeah.
Stephen Roach is another one. That got a little round.
They just hung it up though. Could you guys ever imagine yourself? You guys are pretty young at this, but Jackson's so far leaning towards becoming a fucking marathon runner.
Redneck marathon runner.
Yeah.
Stupid
I'm
idiot.
blaming it on country music. It's screwed
Country
up your
music
mind.
is messing up
Jesus
your
Christ!
brain.
If anybody's watching, this is what happened. They took a sniper and they said, "Yeah, fuck that dude." Man. I'm just sitting here. I barely said shit.
Jackson's just getting fucked.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to be a marathon runner. I like to move my body in other ways. Jesus. God, you're getting me started. No, I don't see myself stopping, but I also look at these guys and I think about this with like other professional sports at the same time. This is their 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I think about, say I get to I look at
Well, yeah.
I get to an age.
Old.
Way out there.
Yeah, way out
Yeah.
there.
I don't know if I'll make it to that
Yeah.
old, but Jesus.
God, he smells like mold.
Yeasty.
and
farts
salty
dust.
crackers.
Yeah. But I think on my last day, in the classroom, and I'd think I'm not going to teach again.
Yeah.
So I think it would be a really interesting relationship because this is their job, but it's also their passion all, in one.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a very interesting mental battle to have to, go against.
Yeah.
You got to have a career if you're going to walk away if you're going to call it retirement, Like I don't have a cycling career. None of us, it's all a hobby really.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah, I
in
think
line with what you're saying.
I mean, the only
Yeah.
thing I
Yeah.
can relate with them is that it was hard for me to switch from being racing is my life, this is all I want to do, to bikes now are just a means of exercise and community, and I enjoy going out and trying to inflict pain on others or people inflicting pain on me. That's fun, but it definitely has changed. When I first stepped away from that racing, I did kind of just really step away because I was like, I don't want to do it. And it's I think I get it because it's all you're focused on. You're like, well, I'm not racing anymore, so what do I do? But you can find different things to do on a bike, and I think that's where then a lot of them come back and they're like, well, I do enjoy riding my bike. Mm-hmm. So, I
mean, Eddie Merckx just broke had
Hip.
his hip replaced, and his one of his quotes were that he plans he looks forward to getting back on the bike. That's Eddie Merckx, started
80 years old.
Yeah, started at an incredibly young age. Obviously rode insanely through. I mean, maybe he just doesn't know any better. It's just such an integral part of his life that he doesn't know any better. And then you see some pros who, started incredibly young. The pressure was high. And you're seeing that even now with the Pro Peloton. I think the burnout factor is going to just light up. I think it's going to be all over the place. I think we're going to see a lot of riders retiring in their 30s. Early 30s.
I would agree.
Early 30s.
Merckx retired, guess what age?
40.
I don't know that one. No, not
33.
even close. 33.
Wow.
Wow. I don't think we
It's
have too many
34. Isn't it?
I don't think
not
we have
many
many more
people
years of
make
Tadej
it up.
Pogacar. I don't think we have many more
do
years.
either.
Yeah.
I think we probably have 3 or 4 more years max.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think, which is crazy to think about because people don't make it to Geraint Thomas's age or my God, who was the
Nicolas
Movistar guy?
Lassalle. He was
Yeah.
42, I think he was.
Joop Zoetemelk won the World
Valverde?
Championships at like
Valverde,
39.
that's
I
what
think.
I'm thinking of.
Valverde
He's
did,
still racing for Movistar, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing gravel
gravel.
races. Yeah.
Does that count though, Paul?
He's winning them.
Well, they have
Yeah.
podiums, so yeah.
I know he was racing worlds,
Yeah.
beating Keegan
Yeah.
Swinson.
Yeah.
Did he? Valverde?
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. So okay. So it seems like such an individual thing because I know that 2 guys at this bar are probably going to be thinking about, I think the day Paul and I die, we will probably have our kit hanging up for tomorrow's ride. And I'm not saying you guys are, I'm not judging you guys. You still got a long way to go with all this bullshit, and a lot of wasted money and time and podcast studios and, and alcoholism. And Wait, what happened?
Hello?
Or am I?
Oh, Jesus. That was
Little cleansing there.
a little peyote in the porter.
Yeah.
Okay, so interesting. I just wanted to kind of touch base on that one, and by the way, cheers to Calvin. And I think I see a couple empty glasses on the table, but I can't do the sound Paul does, and I talk during it. So we're going to bump to segments right now. We're already going to bump to segments, and I got to play the segment trailer, which is me wasting time trying to find the right button to push for the trailer. If you announce your mistakes, they sound funnier. I have erectile dysfunction. I'm kidding.
Well, that's funny. I got IBS.
See, it's funnier.
That's awesome.
I don't really. I promise. Segments brought to you guys. Our Patreon is a great way to show your support of the Packfiller, and as is a simple visit to the site, you guys. You're going to find links to support the show, merchandise, articles from the gang, and a backlog full of our episodes, including massive amounts of interviews that I've been fortunate to record. So, first and foremost, I hope I didn't take anything from Paul's
No, it's a
thunder,
good
did
segue.
I? It is?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Changing Times with Paul Main. I wrote the theme down. I just got to find... There it is. Older, slower, and still fun. There's a tattoo.
Yeah. Well, you touched... Yeah, it is. I have it like it's a tramp stamp.
Yeah.
That's what it says. Yeah.
Or the
But
one
it-
on my
but
forehead
I've got
that
so
says,
many
don't
baggy
pull in my
skin."
ears. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Now it looks like, because my baggy skin, the tattoo that said that,
Yeah.
looks like Japanese kanji.
Oh.
I just wing it sometimes.
Yeah.
But no, of course, Yates, his retirement, I was thinking about that and what keeps me going. And my dad, I started thinking about him, and his passion was his job. He was a fighter pilot. He loved every day waking up knowing that he got to do what he wanted to do. And I probably mentioned this before, but about 8 days before he died, we just sat down and talked, and that was the longest talk I've had with him since I was like in high school. And we were just talking about passions in life and stuff. And one of the things that he mentioned about flying planes and stuff, which is always deep rooted, and to the day he died, he just lived and breathed it. And then I started talking about bike racing and then some of the tactics involved and stuff. And he said, "You're basically that's what fighter pilots go through."
Wow.
I said, I can't shake it. I think about it like every day. And he says, that's a good thing. That's a true passion. And I think there's a lot of people who, I was never extremely successful, but there's people who are really successful, and to step back down, kind of like what you were talking about, Sam, is like you have to understand where you're at. And I still have fun, even though I'm slower, older, and slower. There is times where I watch like Will Harding, some of his stuff, and NorCal Cycling, when they analyze and have race footage, and I know my heart rate is, increasing, and it is truly a passion. And even though I'm slower, I still have that excitement. Even sitting in the back of the APAC and trying to make it through, I mean, it's still a joy. And I think that's unfortunate. I think a lot of people got into it because they had talent. I saw a lot of talented people just quit because things started losing the edge. And that's an unfortunate thing, because you can still have fun, even though whether you're getting older or you have life obligations. You just can't cleave to those, like, well, I once was a contender.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, that was
How do you do that? And I am 1,000% asking this on a personal level. How do you find the enjoyment knowing that once you were at the front of that APAC and now you're watching the APAC finish because you didn't finish with the group? I mean, how do you do that?
I do it like Stuart Smalley. I'm smart enough,
And
good enough, and doggone it, people like me.
People like me.
No. I mean, I face the
Nobody
reality.
gets that reference either. Man used to be the senator of Minnesota.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway.
A lot of things come from Minnesota there.
Yeah.
kind of goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of goofy.
How do you? I
you
genuinely,
know, to me,
do you
obviously-
walk away from the race just going, well, I held on as long as I can and I held my
always
head
push.
up high? Or
For me personally, what it was when I was a kid and I didn't get in Little League, I didn't get most improved. We didn't have participation. We just had most improved and most most valuable player.
Yeah.
And I didn't get those. It made that's just my personality. Was next year I'm going to get at least one of those. I'm going to freaking work harder and harder and harder. And that, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. It's just that making that next step. And the challenge for me was, where did I make the mistake, or where could I have worked harder on? And that's what drives me to continue on at this crusty age of almost 63. So, I look at Stu down there. I mean, he's still pedaling away at 72 years old. And I think that's a great incentive for me that I could still have that spark. He's just as crazy about it as I am. So,
yeah, I think. Honestly, I'd say I can relate a lot like you. Like, I was never good. Like, I was perfectly average. I've always been. I mean, I've won probably a total of like 5 races in my life. So like, I've entered hundreds.
Yeah,
raced
Donated
100.
Donated 100 more.
yeah. Started 100. Registered for 200. Yeah.
So it's easier, I think, in our case, because it's like for us, it always had to be an intrinsic thing where it's like I just enjoy going and suffering, but it still took me a while to relearn that of like, oh yeah, I just like it because I like to go out and just like work. I like to go out and I just like to be a part of it and try to be like, okay, this is where I'm at right now. How do I get a little bit better? Yeah. But it is hard when like you've won a lot of races. Well, and you've been at the pointy end for a lot of the races. Yeah. So then because I have another friend who is a lot like you, went from starting D's of like, collegiate, never being a bike racer, won every single race all the way up to his first A race. Everybody was like, welcome to A's. You're going to get your ass whooped. Yeah. And he won it. And like he was just unstoppable. Yeah. Right. He doesn't race anymore. He's done. Doesn't even ride a bike.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
I could never do that.
Yeah. But it's just one of those things where he's just kind of like,
Well, we all have our levels. So like for me, I had my practice marriage was over, and I just took a giant break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got on, and as I mentioned before, Roque Matos, who's in Belize and stuff, he was going to Gonzaga at the time. And I hopped in. He just said, Bob, come ride with us. So I hopped in, and we went out by Green Bluff, and I got dropped. And some of the GU guys going, hey, don't worry. These guys are way better than us, and I feel like going, fuck you! You have no idea.
You know who I am.
So, but I didn't, and it was just like it was a jagged little pill. But you have to swallow that and just say, well, I'll just show them next time we go out for a ride, it's going to be a different story.
Yeah.
So,
I like your segment. I like these talks, Paul. They make me happy. Speaking of not happy, it's Fit Tip time with Bike Fit Sam from Ambassador Cycling. I got a commercial coming for you, man. I'm gonna it's gonna be locked in.
Love it.
I sent you the copy of it today, so hopefully you think that's good.
Yep, I'm excited.
Yeah, we're tweaking things here. I always like to evolve, and the show is evolving.
Lots of evolving.
One of them's going to be fun, and I think it's the little quirky ads that people will listen to and not have to break away and hear. I don't know if Christy Nome's voice is coming on over the advertisements at the halfway point, because there is an ad out there in rotation for. Anyway, Fit Tips, Ambassador Cycling. Yes. I lost my mind there for a second.
We're back.
But I'm back. Yeah. Sam, what you got for us this week?
Yeah, so this week I had a individual call in who rides Peloton. Okay. It's cool.
Judgment-free zone.
Yep, judgment-free zone
it's
here.
not.
We accept all bikes.
Yes.
No, we don't.
So she had the traditional clip-in shoes that come with your Peloton and was having a hot spot over the top of her foot, which usually like the bottom of the foot is going to be cleat placement, but the top of the foot is actually usually the shoe itself, and it's going to be with you either need like a wider toe box, or a lot of the time like these cheaper shoes have Velcro.
Yeah.
A good pair of BOA shoes. I mean, You don't have any problems with your lace ups. If you're not having a problem, like I know a lot of people that have no problem with lace ups, but if you are having a hot spot, boas will usually help a little bit more because they cinch down evenly over the whole span. So wherever there is tension, it's pulling, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't do just one bulk section, whereas like the laces or the Velcro will all like do a bulk section at a time. So then you'll get those hot spots across the top of your foot. So toe box or boas would be the other one that I steered her towards, like getting a pair of boa shoes, and we'll see. But
see, that's what I find really interesting. What I really like about the laces is, first of all, it's a Giro shoe, and it is, it doesn't flex. That material doesn't flex on the top of the shoe. But I can, because I have a really high bone at the top of my arch.
Yeah.
And so I can adjust the laces over that specific area.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas with a boa, it's like all or nothing.
Yep.
But don't get me wrong, a boa is the
It
most
does go over,
lock
whatever
your
it is
foot
going
in.
over, it does tension down. But if there's pressure against here or there, if it's high, you're going to get pressure on that.
Yeah. I mean, I have boa shoes, and I've ridden boa shoes, and I have nothing, absolutely nothing against them. And, but I'm not the kind of guy who's coming into a sprint going, okay, I got to tighten up.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of guy who's coming into a sprint going, I'm going, let's dance, bitch. That's what I'm thinking. Don't put me in the weak position, which we know.
Sorry, that's just my own.
No, it's me.
You knew it was me, and you called it out,
fun,
and you're
guys.
right, and I quit.
Damn it. Oh, where's David's? God, I suck. Why isn't it playing? Play!
All right.
It's all worked up now.
No, we're doing. I'm joking. It's all a character. It's all a bit. I'm a completely disingenuous person. Ask Dr. David. Hopefully this is where you are on all this, David, because I believe the topic came about based of all this carb intake we're taking aboard, that they're concerned over blood types and effects with carbs and blood types.
Let me chime in since I saw the video. So there is a blood type diet, and there's this video that's sent is like where blood types as we evolved, where they came from. And so if you watch the video, you can see like type B there was the nomad people, and they had to blah, 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 blah.
A were
and
farmers.
So,
they
yeah,
said.
Exactly. And so all that, because of the diet changes everything. So
diet and climate
blah,
and things
blah.
like that would have a bearing upon it.
Most of the positives in how the blood types you can use for one or the other, but no one's really taking considered. There was a big push, what was it, about 12, 15 years ago, about blood type, your blood type and diet. That's the best diet for you.
Wow.
So
with all this carb, people thinking they got to load down.
And I'm wondering why that hasn't stuck. So
where'd the oomph go with it?
Yeah.
I mean, I did see a lot of dietary books you could buy out there regarding your blood type and what you should eat that were all written by naturopaths.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously we know a lot about blood types in traditional medicine, but more so we're typing and screening and giving blood transfusions and everything. So, I mean, I was interested by this, and I'm watching it thinking, oh, this is cool. I wonder if this is true. It's a nice story that your O type was like the first one or whatever, and A, they were like, those are the people that started farming, so they're better with grains and yada, yada, yada. The questions I had at the end of it that I tried to look into for myself were like, all right, so we're talking about maybe like it's the analogy I kept coming back to is actually very similar to what we were talking about with the watches and the health devices, where you take one variable in a very complex system and extrapolate it to try to explain too much.
Okay. And
that's my concern with the blood type diet books that I saw out there, was they have a lot of guidance for folks that, maybe is based off of some extrapolating the fact that your ancient ancestors with type A blood were farmers, and so maybe they do better with a certain type of gluten or a certain amount of carbohydrates. But in reality, nothing we eat today looks like what they ate back then. Nothing about our diet is the way that it was back then. And I don't know of any like blood typing test that you can do that's going to actually predict what you digest well. In fact, the hard thing about nutrition is that there's just very little we can do to obtain objective information to help guide people on the choices that they should make. I get all the time people coming in saying, I just need to know what to eat so that I don't get horrible diarrhea when I eat chickpeas. I'm like, well, it sounds like you should not eat chickpeas, you know, like, but it's actually really hard to get people to correlate, you know, the foods that they eat and the symptoms they have afterwards. I think in cycling, it's interesting because we get so, we all get kind of like brand loyalty or something. You know, like we've all been using Scratch for a very long time. We recently found this like unflavored one this year.
Carbs.
Yeah, just plain old carbs.
That's just carbs.
That's what it's called.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
In Formula 369. Is that
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd use that. Yeah.
We started, I didn't even know that my stomach could feel better until I tried something different. And so we're in a nice, unique position in cycling where you do go out every single day and probably eat the same thing, right? And then you can switch it and make small changes and see how your body feels and your recovery and your bowel movement after the bike ride. And I would tell people that you probably need to just experiment. I don't think we're going to find answers with the blood test on like how you fuel better is the long and short of it, because I just didn't find any actual conclusions or research that would support it. So
Jackson, you're one of the most dedicated people I know when it comes to not only your nutrition plan but what you ingest. You have found things that work. I noticed. I don't even know if you set an alarm or something like that, but I will know every hour we are into a ride because you will be feeding. Is that you just found stuff that works and that's how you figured it out, or did you research it, or is it just trial and error?
Yeah, it was a lot of trial and error. So for those of you that don't know me, I have a very sensitive stomach, like super sensitive when it comes to over intake of liquids, when it comes to
Do you know your blood type?
No.
I'm just curious after this video.
Yeah.
But like it's one wrong thing and the whole day's ruined. So I have had to be very careful when it comes to drinking too much, but the amount that I drink is very specific now. And the stuff that I drink is very specific, and the food that I drink has been very specific, or the food that I eat has been very specific, and the timing too, because if I over intake things, rides over also.
Really?
Yeah. But this last year I did figure out that I can do cliff blocks as well, and that settles with me very well. But yeah, one wrong move and it's race.
And when you say over, is it done because you have gastrointestinal problems? Do you have cramps? Are you just fatigued? Or,
I just fill up.
Okay.
I fill up too quick.
Okay.
Yeah. It's and then it could be it's throw up.
Oh shit.
If it's too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Every time.
Ugh.
Every time.
Oh yeah.
So and that doesn't happen anymore though, because now I know.
Yeah. And you pace it. You are surgical in terms of your feeding, I've noticed. So.
Yeah, every hour I have to have something, and then if it's a hard effort, I can do every 30 minutes.
Okay.
The reason because I'm not a firm believer, there's not enough data on that, but I found it interesting on B positive, and everything that they mentioned, I'm like, hey, hang on. I don't do well with sugars. It's high proteins. I like savory stuff. I don't like sweet stuff. Just knocks.
Wow.
I feel like crap.
Yeah.
So.
When you're riding or in general?
In general, even if riding, I try not to unless I'm really bonked. Do I take in sugar? Because this, pure sugar, just like, I'll just start quivering and I go hypoglycemic and stuff. So,
wow.
But that's the only way. Like a Coke, when I'm bonking, that's all it's going to bring me back.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But if I use that as my primary fuel, and just through experimenting, I can't. I just go haywire.
Why is it Coke and not Pepsi? Just out of curiosity.
Because we live in the
something else.
Northwest.
No,
it's global, man.
It is
cyclists
huge.
drink Coke.
I saw an article about Coke truly is the performance for recovery is better than any other. So, I didn't get to read it, but
and it tastes better.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
I think it does.
Especially when they start bringing back the real sugar.
Amen to that, brother.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we are. Jackson's got things in store for him, and I don't think he realizes what he's got in store for him. And when I opened up the show, by the way, and I do want to officially apologize for my poor choice of words. It wasn't meant to be an insult, but he's shaking his head at me. He's going to kill me when I sleep. You are the style guru of the show, and here I called you what did I call you?
You're the
Said
local redneck.
you look rednecky.
I meant that just
as a compliment.
Yeah,
in the best way. You look like an idiot in the best way.
the cool down.
I forgot to ask, do you have any chew on you? I need some chew.
Yeah, see?
Some skull.
No, Copenhagen.
You got any Beemans?
Straight up.
Give me a stick.
Zen is what all of them are doing now.
The right stuff.
Yeah, I won't.
Good.
Are you going to make it through this segment? Are you going to be okay?
Yeah, I'm listening.
No, I said the cool down with Jackson Bolger.
Yeah.
Okay, it's your segment.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, I'm in fight mode right now.
I know, and I
It's
kind
the
of like it.
creatine. It's the
No,
creatine.
no,
It's Vulcan.
It's the fact that I've been attacked for the past hour and a half.
attack you.
Oh, that sucks.
Let's
It's my
gang
time to
up on
talk
him.
now. His time is over. All right. So, my thought coming into this is that training season's a really weird season when it comes to entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
You watch Top Gun, Sam. Paul, you
Cycling videos.
Watch
You are-
Barry-Roubaix,
you're pretty psychotic.
1970
Yeah.
yeah.
on repeat.
The
Yeah.
best way.
In the
Right.
best way.
Right.
And I accept that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I mean that in a good way.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
That made it way better. Thanks.
And then I don't really know.
I'd be
what-
insulted, Paul. I'd be mad at him.
No, it came from him, not you.
Yeah, womp womp. And then David, what do you watch?
What do
I feel like you haven't really talked about what you watch ever.
I have
John Wick.
I love action. Like I like action
Any of the
movies.
Mission
Yeah,
Impossible.
Mission Impossible, John Wick, Top Gun, any of the like. I'm watching Fubar right now on
Yeah.
Netflix. Just
Love
anything that's got some action scenes because I think it makes the workouts easier.
Nice. And then I don't care what you watch.
I get it.
And then
Nobody does.
so I was thinking about this the other day because I have been like going through entertainment forums lately, and it's all been YouTube videos, like all the time.
You have.
Yeah, it's only YouTube videos that I'm able to watch. Mind you, that's really my only solo form
Well,
of
like,
entertainment.
what are they though? Because like most of those are shorts.
No,
I feel like.
no, I can get up to an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours.
So but
Yeah.
that's then you're like watching EF. Like.
I don't really watch cycling stuff. I just kind of watch whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's whatever I'm watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a man, plowing his field, right?
Right.
Like some kind of redneck.
it's
building a car.
fight compilations.
Yeah, fight
Yeah, yeah.
compilations,
Yeah.
hunting
Bringing
videos.
it back.
Yeah.
We're just kicking the dirt on you.
I'm going to his house for dinner this week, and he's going to
Bury
spit in my
him.
entree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Anyways, I was trying to think what would happen if that was taken away.
Ooh.
Right? What would happen if your taco was taken away? What would happen if your psychosis was just erased? And then what would happen, David, if John Wick couldn't come around anymore?
I'd be fine.
Right. What? Wow.
Music.
That's crazy.
I'd be.
Music.
Thank you
100% music.
for the segue. So say all of this is taken away. What is that one artist that could get you through your indoor training?
Eminem.
Yeah.
Good choice. That's a good choice.
That's
that
a good
kind of.
choice.
Okay, Eminem.
Morgan Wallen.
I'm not answering yet, am I? Paul.
Gosh, that's hard. I would
One
probably
artist.
say in the early days there was like Chemical Brothers, The Prodigy probably.
Oh,
The Prodigy.
you guys are putting on some energetic shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're doing like
but not
Beethoven.
always, but
No,
I mean, you're a preppy bitch.
it's not my turn.
Okay.
The preppy bitch has not been allowed to speak yet.
Linda Ronstadt.
David, what would you listen to over there? I don't know any of your music taste at all.
Well, I think you'll like my answer. I mean, other than the fact that I do think I could genuinely get away with silence.
See, that's what I imagine Paul does. When you're like on the rollers, I just imagine there's a wall and there's nothing there. And you're
I
like,
used
I
to
love
do
it.
that.
Sometimes I don't have
makes
to
me
look
tougher.
at this music. I've done it without. also. But
That's
yeah.
I used to
wow.
do that.
For 3 years in med school, I just stared at a wall.
Yeah.
That was I would not play music or watch TV, so I could get away with it. But if I had to pick somebody, I think you're gonna like this answer. Sheer volume, the way that this person does their music to like amp up the workouts, Taylor Swift. Like I think I could
Yeah.
if it was one. I mean, just you could listen. I mean, there's so much music from her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a lot.
Yeah.
The breakup
because
album
you're
for
going,
sure.
You're going depth of catalog. Are you going energy? Are you going, am I going to have to listen to this for every ride?
This is every single indoor training ride. What is that
Jesus.
one artist that could get you?
So you got to go depth of catalog.
Yeah. T Swift.
Eminem.
She's got a lot.
Mm.
He doesn't really make music anymore.
Yeah.
He has a lot of bad stuff.
He does have a lot of past stuff.
Yeah. Can I talk?
Yeah.
Are you
That's
sure?
why we're all looking at you.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes you're looking at me and it's a side eye, and I'm going to die in my sleep again.
Well, it's your fault.
Again. No, not again.
You're only mostly dead.
It's for me. It's a tie between Foo Fighters and Green Day.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Foo
Green
Fighters
Day.
because they've got a lot of mid-tempo stuff. They got slow stuff. They got high-energy stuff. They got guitar rock stuff. So there you go.
They're ever long, I tell you.
They are. They're nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you're gonna before you say anything, let's all remember that Dave Grohl has a love child.
Hey,
So
Morgan
putting that-
Wallen's got some sins, and don't get me started on that one, pal.
That's why I said it before you said that. So if you look at my
so you beat me to bad
top
people.
artist of the month, people aren't going to be able to see this, but you guys are. This is this is every single month of the entire year.
Click.
Whose name is that?
I can't
Morgan
see.
Wallen.
Morgan Wallen is
Oh my
every
God.
single.
Do you have that camera
Oh, yeah.
chosen?
Morgan Wallen is every single month of the year.
Wow.
Is
I
that
am
a dude?
Is that a good
Yeah.
thing?
I thought Morgan Wallen was a woman for the longest time.
This
Not
whole
based off
time.
the music. I don't even know the music.
Yeah.
I just the name.
But that is my one artist. He has.
Really?
I really have enjoyed his music.
I don't even know what he did. Did he just get in? Is he just.
Well, that
Anyway, it doesn't matter. We don't need to get into
Dave
that.
Grohl has a love child. you
Dave
know?
Grohl has a rub top. Who am I thinking of? Too hot in the hot tub. What's his name?
Murphy.
No, Eddie Murphy did it, but who was he
oh.
impersonating?
James Brown.
James Brown.
Yeah.
James Brown was a bad guy. Michael Jackson. Come on.
Yeah. So
Thriller.
Yeah.
Dude wrote Thriller. That was a quote too.
But I think music is very interesting, and I think that we all have our own very clearly different tastes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's especially getting through training, you got to have something you can rely on.
Don't at me when you're mad at the fact that we talked about Morgan Wallen. It's at Jackson.
At the Redneck.
Yes.
The most popular artist on Apple Music,
On your channel.
I don't know.
everybody's channel.
I don't know if I've heard Morgan
I've
Wallen.
never heard of Morgan Wallen.
Me either.
Well,
I have heard
I'll
of
light,
Taylor
I'll
Swift.
light
but
it
I'm
up
63.
tonight.
Swifty.
He's Swizzy.
What'd you
I like
say?
Swift.
But I'm 63, so I don't know.
Yeah. You're away from a Beatles song.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, we're gonna round out the show because I moved through the show a little fast. We got 8 minutes left. All right, in our show broadcast, and we are going to try and see if we can successfully get through another round of the broom wagon. That is right, everybody. We're back in the race. The road is opening up traffic, and I can see the headlights in the distance. It is time for the broom wagon. Final segment where we sweep up your remaining brain cells. I'm going to throw trivia at you. If you get it wrong, you get swept. Guests try to stay on the wheel, gentlemen. So, Jackson, could you do me a favor and grab 4 pieces of paper on the table over there, because you guys are going to need to actually write down math numbers. I think over on the printer table. Sorry, Jackson, I should have done that before the show, but you hate me enough as it is, so I'm cool with it.
So I'm already dead to you.
Yeah. Everybody needs just 1 piece of paper, just as a scratch paper, and I'm glad Sam's folding it over so he doesn't scratch the bar. I appreciate that.
Why is your paper so long?
That's what? I don't need one.
You reach for it and he
He goes, no.
nope,
No, he did.
tugged it away.
That is true. He did deny me, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
God. Wow.
He's after you
a
now.
little feisty tonight, and I kind of like it.
It's the creatine, I tell you.
It is. I'm on the
is.
same thing, though, so we're going to be out in the parking lot kicking the shit out of each other.
Oh, nice.
It's gonna be
I got $10 on
it's gonna be
Jackson.
like
the
the
Young Buck.
Spokane Valley Olive Garden parking lot. Gentlemen, tonight's theme is closest to the pin. Yes, I know that as a golf reference, but here's the deal. I'm going to ask a question with a numerical answer. Everyone is going to lock in their guess. The rider closest to the actual number wins the point.
I'm going to be honest. I got distracted by what was in the background. Can you say that again?
I'm going to ask a question with a numerical answer.
Okay.
I love you tonight. Everyone locks in their guess, and the
Okay.
person closest to the actual number wins the point. Make sense?
Yes.
Sure.
So if I say 2 + 2 is blank,
Yeah.
and
Five.
I
you
know.
write- yeah, and everybody writes down a number, and I ask what is 2 + 2.
5.
If you said 5, if Sam says 5, technically he's closest. But if you say 3 and Paul says 4, Paul wins the point.
But we're guessing riders.
No, we're guessing a numerical answer.
So
Okay, just do it.
I'm going to kill you.
Just do it.
I'm going to kill you.
Just go.
First question is in dealing with the fueling game. Modern nutritional science has changed racing. Top-tier pros like Jonas Vingegaard and Mathieu van der Poel are now consuming a massive amounts of carbohydrates during race hours. In grams per hour, what is the current gold standard target for high-intensity racing? Grams per hour. I know a lot of this is you're going to just throw out guesses, and that's fine. How many grams per hour is the gold standard for high-intensity racing? Jackson.
500.
500.
75.
Paul.
120.
120. David.
90.
It is exactly 120.
Damn
Paul
it.
wins
That was
that
my
point. Did you
original.
know that ahead of time, Paul?
No, I guessed.
Okay, because you were
I
looking
remember
at
the
it.
number.
Is it up
Numbers
to
are
150?
so.
Actually, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't
Go
matter.
on.
Second one, different category. Weight weenie. You all know the UCI minimum bike weight is 6.8 kilograms. But let's talk components. In grams, what is the weight of a brand new Shimano 12-speed Di2 rear derailleur? Weight of a Di2 rear derailleur. We'll start over here. David.
278 grams.
278 grams. Paul.
I put. I might be wrong. 980.
980.
120.
That's too
120.
heavy. Way too heavy.
For the second time in a row, 500.
Yeah, 500 is right.
Actually, it's 215 grams. David wins that point. David wins that point, and everybody
Half a
laughed
pound.
at him.
Yeah, because it was
Yeah.
half a pound. I thought they were
Yeah.
heavy.
Next category, the need for speed in the 2022 Tour de France, won by Jonas Vingegaard, was the fastest in history. Was it? What was the average speed of the winner over the entire 3 weeks in kilometers per hour?
Oh,
Dun, 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 dun. I need background music. That
That math adds up, I think.
Sam.
32.
32. Jackson.
40.
Paul.
47.
David.
42.
42.03 is the actual
Wow.
fastest
I didn't take
speed.
into account the hills.
The hills,
Yeah.
yeah.
What is that in miles per hour?
42 is
24, a little
Yeah,
25,
23.
15,
Good
24,
thing
25
I
miles an
don't-
hour.
Did you say
No.
50? I was wondering, are you just going off of like 5?
No, that would have been pretty funny.
Okay, that would have been
500.
idea.
500.
pretty good idea.
500. I'm going to do that next time.
Good thing I don't know how to convert. 'cause I
Paul's
was
going to
thinking-
suck at question number 4. Many of us train on Zwift. This is the pain cave. The Alpe de Zwift is a GPS accurate simulation of the real Alpe d'Huez. To the nearest meter, what is the total elevation gain of the Alpe de Zwift climb?
Why don't you just ask what Alpe d'Huez is?
I don't come to your house and take the dick out of your mouth.
Wait, is it meters?
It is meters.
Stupid.
I'll take feet if you want.
That doesn't make it any better.
Paul,
I went 1200.
1,200. David,
I said 3,301 feet.
3,301 feet.
We're
Paul
pretty
did how
close.
many meters?
1200.
1,200. Jackson,
1786.
1786. Sam,
1890.
Meters?
Meters.
The correct answer is 1,036 meters or 3,399 feet. I think David's going to get that one, isn't he? That's a David.
I said 3,301
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah. Oh, God. He missed it by 98 feet.
Yeah.
You dumb.
Next one, wallet damage. We all complain about prices. What is the current MSRP of a pair of Specialized S-Works Torch road shoes?
You're asking the two lovers.
Who hasn't gone first? I think we're back to the original rotation, aren't we? Jackson.
$578.
$578. Sam,
450.
450.
610.
610. David.
450.
I'm giving you guys both of the Waples boys get a point there. Jackson's a little competitive over here.
No, I wrote 500 for the first two.
What's the actual price? 450, right?
450.
Yeah.
450. This is okay. Paul might be the longest day. Milan Sanremo is known as the Classicissima and the longest one-day race on the World Tour calendar. In 2024, what was the official race distance in kilometers? In 2024,
I may not be right.
Jackson, if you just
Miles
put 500
to kilometers.
No,
Okay.
I put 312 kilometers.
312 kilometers. Okay, Sam.
165 miles is like 200 and
No.
Paul.
300.
I put 300 even.
300 even. David.
I put 210 kilometers.
It is 288 kilometers. What did you say, Jackson?
312 would be Paul.
So Paul gets the point.
God, how close was
That
I
was
with my miles?
2024.
That was 2024.
Yeah, they shortened it up.
We only got 3 left, and David is winning with 4 questions. Correct. How are we doing on time? I got a couple minutes left. Narrow margins. Aerodynamics has made handlebars narrower. A decade ago, 42 or 44 centimeter was standard. What is the hood-to-hood width? This is for you, Sam. Center to center of the stock handlebars that come on a 56 Canyon Aero Road today.
56.
Well, you want this in
56.
centimeters or millimeters? matter to you?
I'll take either because,
Okay.
it's just adding or 0.
Yep.
But so stock bars that come on a 56 Canyon Aero Road, center to center, width,
Center.
center to center, bars. David,
36
36
centimeter.
Paul,
I put down 40.
40.
42.
Sam,
32.
it's 39 centimeters.
Oh, wow.
David, I think, won that one, didn't
No,
he?
he's at 42. I said 40.
So, Paul gets it. Paul's catching up.
You didn't say 42.
No, I said 38.
Oh, you
Yeah.
said 38. Oh.
Yeah.
David gets it.
Yeah.
Paul tried to steal it.
No, you said
I
42.
said 42.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I just, exactly. There are other random questions here, but we're getting down to the end, gentlemen. The cassette crisis, number 8. Most dedicated racers have moved to 12-speed. On a standard 1130 Shimano Ultegra 12-speed cassette, which 3 cogs are attached to the spider, which is the carrier?
Can you do that one more time?
Whoa.
On the most dedicated racers have moved to 12 speed. On a standard 11 to 32 Shimano Ultegra 12 speed cassette, which 3 cogs are attached to the spider?
So you want like the number like 30?
No, how many cogs?
Oh.
And at what part of the cassette are they attached?
Like which?
Beginning, middle, end.
That's not a number.
Yeah, how many cogs are attached? And where are they?
You just said 3 cogs.
Yeah, you said 3.
Did I say? Well, then
Yeah.
I gave it away.
It's the last
Shit.
3.
Okay, I'll give you another question in regards to that. How many teeth does the largest cog have on the biggest cassette SRAM officially makes for their red XPLR gravel group set, the mullet drivetrain? What is the biggest tooth they make for that drivetrain?
Pretty confident I know.
Are you? Everybody got it?
Sure.
Jackson?
50.
Sam?
52.
52.
I
David?
said 42.
It is Sam and Paul. It is a 52 rear.
Nice.
Used to be
And,
50.
and yet you can't get a 52 in the front for SRAM.
We'll just take it off the bat.
This is why Paul's so upset.
2 to go. Heart rate reserve. 30-year-old cyclist has a resting heart rate of 50 BPM, unless he's got AFib history, and a max heart rate of 190. Using the Karvonen formula, which is a rough estimate, at what heart rate, BPM, does their zone 2 endurance ceiling typically hit? So you got a 30-year-old cyclist, resting heart rate at 50, max of 190. Using the formula, a rough estimate, at what BPM does his zone 2 ceiling hit?
145.
I was going to guess 145 too.
Okay, 145. Paul?
138.
110.
110. It's actually, I will accept anywhere between the 145 to 150 range. So Jackson and Sam get the point. Jackson, you're on the board, buddy.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
You didn't go down.
Yep.
Swinging. Last question, gentlemen. Unbound Gravel in Kansas is the Super Bowl of gravel. The 200-mile race is rarely exactly 200 miles. What is the official distance of the 2024 course in miles?
This whole miles and kilometers thing is breaking my brain.
Miles.
So-
We're going miles. This is America. This is America. Apparently, Sam's going first. Answer.
211.
211.
I think it was 215.
215. Paul.
I went under. I went 196.
196. David.
212. You guys sandwiched me.
If it was 212,
I'm just going to let
punch him
that
in the
stew
face.
there for a minute. You guys sandwiched me. 202.9. So who was the lowest?
210, 211.
Sam was.
Well,
Yeah.
what did Paul guess?
I said 196.
oh,
he would win.
Paul
Oh.
wins.
Yep.
Oh, that was a close one, ladies and gentlemen. We came down to the final tally. Jackson with 1 point, Sam with 3 points, Paul with 4 points, and David with 5.
What do I win?
David won. David won.
David's a winner.
Because he's a learned.
He's
That's
a
why.
learned man. Yeah, he's not some redneck.
That's why we don't fall asleep at the podcast, David.
Yeah. We watch bike racing.
Yeah,
Did
dude,
he
we
fall
watch
asleep?
bike racing.
When did
No, I
he
just
fall
remember when we were
asleep?
talking,
No,
like
the
Paul was
video.
talking about some old thing, and David just like,
nod his head. What
Some
a
days are harder
what
than others.
a dick.
Some days are harder than others.
That, instead of the final K, brings us to the end of the show. Yeah, everybody, boys and girls. So I play the outro. I play the shorter outro because that takes us to the end of the podcast. If this plays, oh my God. It's constant work for me. You guys don't understand. You just
That's
don't.
why we're on this side of the table. We
Yep.
do understand.
Well,
Yeah.
I think Jackson
That's why
should sit here next week because apparently he thinks he can just
Yeah,
you
you
call
should,
me
and we should
horrible
just
names,
roast him.
and I will leave his
Yeah.
microphone on.
Yeah. Well, if you turn it off, I'm loud enough to get to your other ones. So.
You are, and I will admit, I will confess that Jackson is the producer of the video stream.
Yes.
He's been in charge of that for a
yeah,
long time.
and we don't want to lose that
Oh shit! no.
because we've seen what the shit you pour out.
It's horrible.
Oh.
Yeah, the highlight reels are just me going, "Huh," and you guys are talking. Everybody, like, subscribe, and tell a friend. Please, challenge is to keep sending your training spaces. We got about 5 or 6 of them training spaces already. Photos for those. Now that we have a camera that'll focus on the screen, we're gonna rank and rate and roast your ride spaces. So we'll do that here in the next couple weeks. Gentlemen, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And everybody keep the rubber side down as I rub my eye like a little child.